Hey you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I knew this was gonna happen at some point in time. I was kind of assuming this may happen, but I was not really prepared for it to happen today. We have been streaming the Alec Murdoch trial all day. It was a 7 hour stream. I was actually getting ready to do a live stream about Brian Kohlberger's attorney and Ann Taylor when I checked my email really quickly and I gotten a link to a story saying that they have in fact confirmed that the remains found on the property where Ivon and Alysia Adams used to live is in fact that of 4 year old Athena Brownfield. I've been covering this story from the very beginning and I wanted to make sure I gave you guys this information. Thank you, Marley. Thank you guys so much. You guys let me know if you got your notification because I do want to kind of give it a second so everyone can kind of hop in. While we give it a second, so Brian Kohlberger's attorney, Ann Taylor, was was an attorney representing the parents of two of the victims, the Idaho 4 victims. So Ann Taylor represented Madison Mogen's parents as well as Xana's mom. So when she actually had to recuse herself as their attorney so she could represent Brian Kohlberger, which when that came out, I did a video on it saying, "Oh my God, that's a conflict of interest. She shouldn't do that." And now we are finding out not only was she an attorney for Xana's mother, but she was also her power of attorney. We're going to talk about that later tonight. That's what I was preparing for right now, but this came out, so I wanted to go ahead and go over this. So this video comes with a trigger warning. This channel is now a true crime channel, pretty much. So all videos come with that automatic trigger warning. If you hop on and how do forget to say trigger warning, I do apologize, but true crime usually comes with an automatic trigger warning. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, you guys. Alrighty. So the link that I got sent me to an article over on Fox. I double checked this several times just to make sure that this was not fake news. I double checked it I typed it in at this point. Their local news station is already reporting this. KOCO Oklahoma City on MSN is remains found in rural Grady County confirmed to be Athena Brownfield. Fox News, Inside Edition, they are already announcing this. So, I would think anybody can. She may have been her power of attorney lawyer. She said that she made her power of attorney so she could sign her into rehab. Like maybe she didn't have any family member. Can my lawyer be my power of attorney? I'm gonna look into this. I can ask my lawyer? I was actually just talking to her earlier. Can my lawyer be my lawyer? I know they have power of attorney attorneys. Okay, can I legally appoint a lawyer to be my power of attorney and administer my living will? We'll check this really quickly. I want this lawyer to be my power of attorney for healthcare purposes in the event of an emergency and to make certain procedural decisions in the event of life or death healthcare emergency assistance. It says the other attorneys provide excellent advice. I'm a Delaware attorney. It would be legal. It would be legal for an attorney to act as your representative in administering your living will. My advice would be to be very candid with your attorney as your specific wishes involving your living will. Okay. In states which I'm familiar with, you can do what you wish, as stated above. However, the bigger question will be to locate a lawyer who is willing to take on that responsibility. I agree with it. You have the ability to appoint a power of attorney, and you should. Um, Generally, any person who meets the basic requirements asked of those positions can be allowed to serve as your power of attorney. So it looks like they can. Okay, so I don't know. I know they have power of attorney attorneys. It may be different in every state, but I'm like, if they qualify, can't they though? Because I dealt with power of attorneys in the when I worked in finance, but never had an attorney come in saying I'm their power of attorney. So I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. She may have meant, which she had been arrested on drug related charges, so I don't know why she would have hired a power of attorney to represent her. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Either way, let's talk about Athena. We'll talk about that later when we do that video. Okay. So it says here, Athena Brownfield, Oklahoma authorities examine ID of child's remains found near murder suspect's former home. Oklahoma authorities have discovered a child's remains in Rush Springs, Oklahoma, the same town where 4-year-old Athena Brownfield's suspected murderer said he buried the toddler. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation's OSBI, which is what it's referred to as OSBI, has recovered the remains of a child in rural Grady County outside of Rush Springs. At this time, so this is the earlier. At this time, the OSBI cannot confirm the remains are those of Athena. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City for positive identification. That was said in a Facebook post on Tuesday afternoon, the day that they found the remains. So investigators say 35-year-old Ivon Adams, one of 2 caretakers for Athena and her 5-year-old sister Adina, Ivon allegedly killed her on Christmas and buried her body before fleeing to Arizona. Ivon Adams has been charged with first-degree murder and child neglect in connection with Athena's disappearance from Adams' home in Sorrel, Oklahoma, and the girl's death. His wife, 35-year-old Alysia Adams, has been charged with 2 counts of child neglect. It says Alysia confessed that on December 25th, around midnight that night, that Ivon allegedly beat Athena, holding her by her arms, at one point putting her down on the ground, striking her a couple of times in the chest. After he struck her in the chest, Athena was not moving. Her eyes were barely open. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation's OSBI Special Agent Brianna Alvarez wrote in a probable cause affidavit filed in Caddo County that he filed that in. Okay. The alleged abuse occurred at the Adams home on West Nebraska Avenue in Sorrel, Oklahoma. Ivon left the residence with Athena afterwards and later told Alysia that he buried her near the fence line of their old property in Rush Springs, Oklahoma. Athena and her sister called Alysia Mom or Allie, and they called Ivon Dad or Uncle Ivon. Their biological mother, Jasmine, left the girls in Adams' care approximately 1.5 to 2 years prior to Athena's disappearance. The Adams did not take the girls to the doctor nor enroll either of the girls in school, according to the affidavit. Athena was initially reported missing last week after a postal carrier found the 5-year-old sister wandering alone near the Nebraska Avenue home in Sorrel around 2 p.m. The postal carrier knew the 5-year-old girl wasn't where she was supposed to be and notified the police. Athena's older sister told the police she'd been home alone and was tired of being home alone. She also told them that she was looking for her sister. The officer then received a phone call from Alysia asking where Athena was located. At the time, authorities determined the 4-year-old was missing. Officials in Maricopa County Sheriff's Office arrested Ivon in Phoenix on charges of acting as a fugitive from justice. Okay, so when I said she couldn't be confirmed, that was on the day that they found the body. Now it has been confirmed. And I actually thought that they were not going to announce this because of the gag order. I was like, I don't think they're going to announce that, whether or not those remains are hers due to the gag order. Everybody has been saying, a funeral, a funeral, a funeral. They're doing a funeral for Athena. They're doing a funeral for Athena. And someone even said, how can they do a funeral with no body? And I'm like, maybe they meant memorial. Maybe they're having a memorial, right? But then I started thinking, well, maybe it has been confirmed and the family has the body and we just don't know that yet because of the gag order. So then I started thinking, oh, it's probably confirmed last week. They have the body. They're going to have the funeral. But I was doing a little bit more research. That was a memorial. They do not have the body, from my understanding, and it was just confirmed today. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, everyone. Compliment me on the hat. Thank y'all. Someone asked me, where did I get it from? I said, my daughter's closet. Okay, so this is the post that they put up confirming that it is, in fact, her remains. I don't think that Ivon killed her. It's my personal opinion. This is only my opinion. I think Alysia killed her. I think Ivon may have had something to do with it, but I think Alysia killed her, and Ivon took off with all the kids. I've said this in every video that I've covered about this case. If you just witnessed your husband, who you are allegedly having an affair on, kill a child that has been in your care for almost 2 years, that is related to you, this is your relative, and he just sat there and murdered her in cold blood, are you going to let him take y'all's children off somewhere? Heck no. Okay, so this was posted 13 minutes ago. It says, remains recovered in Rush Springs positively identified. For immediately release. Oklahoma City, January 26, 2023. The Oklahoma Office of Chief Medical Examiner has positively identified the remains Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation agents recovered on January 17th as those of Athena Brownfield, who is 4 years old. Due to the gag order filed in Caddo County District Court, there's no additional comment on the investigation from the OSBI. So this is my theory of what happened. We saw that Athena, they seemed to be happy. There was photos posted on her social media, his social media, of the two together as late as December 30th. They went to a murder mystery dinner. They seem happy. They're taking photos. They're happy. And she tells us that he killed Athena 5 days before that, okay? So it was a few days after that she allegedly told her husband, Ivon, that she wanted a divorce because she was talking to somebody new. Just 7 days after she was at that murder mystery dinner with Ivon, and they were all over social media, smiling and, big cheesing together. Just 7 days after that, she was back in Oklahoma City with a boyfriend. Okay? So I've heard that she was cheating on Ivon. So she was with her boyfriend in Oklahoma City, going out to eat, going to the movies. From my understanding, she was staying in a hotel up there. Whether or not it'd be with him, I'm not exactly for sure. But she was fine, living the good life, having a great time. Her post on social media talks about 2023 is my year. 2022 sucked. 2023 is my year. If you see somebody doing great, just know they worked hard for it. They earned it. Let them be. La-di-da-di-da. Right? After Ivon allegedly killed Athena in her presence, right there in front of her, she witnessed a 4-year-old, innocent, helpless little child be beaten to death. And she's posting like everything is fine. She went out with him like everything was fine. So my belief is she was cheating on Ivon, and there are reports that she has cheated on him quite a lot. So it's my theory that she was cheating on him, and she told him, and said, I want a divorce. I'm cheating. And he may have went ahead and got the kids and left. But legally, he cannot take Athena and Adina out of the state because neither one of them legally can, because there is no documents giving them any sort of custodial um, or parental status. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Athena and Adina's mama, a year and a half to 2 years ago, brought the kids to Alysia and Ivon and said, I'm struggling. I can't take care of them. Can you guys take care of them? And they said yes. And they've had them ever since. There was no court documents, nothing. So legally, you are not allowed to leave the state with someone else's kids unless you have permission from the parents. So legally, he could not leave with those kids. So I have a couple different theories. So she told him, hey, I want a divorce. I like somebody else. I've been talking to somebody else. And he gets mad, scoops the kids up, and takes off. And when he's gone, she freaks out one night and kills Athena and takes Athena and buries Athena and just leaves Adina there as she's being wined and dined by her new man. And we know she left Adina there because that's how all this came about. Adina was outside looking for her sister. She left Adina there. I'll see you later, Emma. Thank you for joining us for as long as you could. No. So, no, not at all. If you give somebody permission to babysit your kid, does that give them permission to take them out of the state? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've stayed with, my dad at points, but my dad legally could not take me out of the state. So that's one theory. That is one theory that maybe Ivon might not have known and she blamed him for the whole thing. But then that theory is a little disturbed by the fact that his phone did ping out on the old property near Rush Springs on December 26th that morning at 4:27 in the morning, I think it was, which she says it happened December 25th that night. And in the early morning hours of December 26th, he took the baby and buried the baby. And when I say baby, I'm still talking about Athena. In my mind, she is a baby. So here's the thing. It might not have happened that day. We don't know. We're taking the word of Alysia Adams about everything. The day that she died. Maybe from my understanding, Ivon still spoke to the people that lived around that area. Like, he still had like close friends that still lived out that area that he spoke to. So I don't know. Maybe that was the night. I don't know. More than likely, he knew about it. He hid the body. More than likely. I'm just giving my theories that I ponder in my mind, okay? So maybe she told him she wanted a divorce, she's cheating, and he left, and he knew nothing about it, and she blamed him. But because the ping on the phone, I'm like, well, more than likely what happened was maybe Ivon found out that night about what happened. Maybe he busted her talking to her boyfriend. They got into a fight. It got out of hand. Maybe Athena, was in the middle of an argument and something bad happened. And it, maybe Alysia got upset because Ivon busted her and took her frustrations out on little Athena. I personally think that Alysia killed Athena. Now, everyone that I spoke to that knows the family says that Ivon has taken her back time and time again after she cheated, that he would take her back over almost anything, that he would do almost anything for her. I've heard that about him as well as her mother. I've heard that her mother would take her back. Would like have her back over anything, which most mothers would. You know what I'm saying? So maybe something did happen that night and she killed Athena. And she said, oh my God, Ivon, look what I did. I need you to go get rid of the body. And he went and got rid of the body, but then freaked out like, oh my God, she just killed a kid. I just disposed of the body. I got to get out of here. He took all of their biological children to Arizona because that's where her biological dad lived. And so, someone that knows the family said they think that he was taking the kids to Arizona to Alysia's dad's because he knew more than likely they were going to end up arrested over this, and he did not want the kids to go into the custody of the state. So he took them to her dad so they could be with her dad when they got arrested, if they ended up getting arrested. Um, yeah, that's the thoughts that I ponder. But because of that cell phone ping, I'm like, now either the dates are off and she's lying to us about the dates, um, and maybe he knows nothing about it. More than likely, those are the dates, and he did bury the body. But I don't think he killed the baby. I don't. Um, See, Desert Rat, I'm just tuning in, so not sure what I've missed. I've wondered all along, how do we know he hadn't left to AZ with his own kids and left Athena with her and then she killed her? I've thought about that, but if Athena died on December 25th and was in fact buried on December 26th, then more than likely he buried the body because his cell phone put him out of the property at like 4:27, 4:26 or something like that in the morning on December 26th. And Alysia said in her affidavit that he left their house at like 1 o'clock in the morning on December 26th and with Athena's body and came back without the body. So um, it's a very, very sad story, sad situation. Hey, babe. Thank you. You're the best. It is hot.
You have something to drink?
I got root beer, baby. Yeah, I'm sure the police are not taking her word. They did say there was phone evidence, which I'm thinking that's from the pinging. But now that they have her body, maybe they can tell how long it's been since she's passed away, the injuries that she sustained. But we're not going to find anything out until maybe the hearings and everything. And I don't know. Even with a gag order, I think we'll still be entitled to like the hearings and stuff, like the documents once the hearings are happening. I think. Yeah, exactly, Nat B. Nat B says, I would imagine family members would have pics Christmas Day that would help with the timeline. And she posted pics on her Instagram of December 26th of like some gifts that she and her daughter had gotten. She posted a photo of like after she got her nails done. It was like on the 27th or 28th or something. I mean, she was posting like everything was fine, which is what's gotten her a lot of flack. A lot of people's like, hold up. So, like to me, it's like she's trying to play the victim. Like, oh my God, I witnessed him. I witnessed him kill her. Like, I'm traumatized. But she probably wasn't even thinking about all her posts that she's been making on social media that we're looking at after she tells us, after she tells the police that he killed Athena in front of her. She's thinking we're all going to look at her like some sort of victim that witnessed something horrendous, but she's not considering that we see her post and how she was like living life to the fullest. Autopsy reports are public. I don't know how much. If there's a gag order, would it still be public? I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know when it comes to um, autopsy reports and there being a gag order in place. I'm not sure. Just wondering what makes you think she did it and not him. Well, the fact that he took off with the 4 kids, if I witnessed my husband kill my niece, I'm not letting him leave with my kids. Heck no. That man will never be in the presence of one of my kids again if I just watched him beat a kid to death, a 4-year-old kid no less. You know what I'm saying? A kid that was said to be extremely shy. So much to the point that people labeled her nonverbal because she was so shy she wouldn't talk that much. But she was verbal. She was just very shy. Um, I don't think it was necessarily planned, like, hey, I'm going to kill this kid tonight. But I think a rage happened and she ended up dead. So the fact that she allowed him to take the kids, to me, don't make sense because I'm like, you just saw him kill a kid and you let him take y'all's kids. I wouldn't. And then the fact that he did leave as well, and like he went to the murder mystery thing with her and did post photos of them smiling together. Posted a photo of him on a bucking bull, but he kind of went silent. He went silent after that. He went silent. He was not posting anything else on Facebook. He was not living his best life. He was not, on Facebook talking about how happy he was. But she was. She was talking about how 2023 was going to be her year. And she was just so happy. And, okay, how do you know she allowed him to leave? I don't think he has for her permission. Well, because if my husband left with my kids after I witnessed him kill a 4-year-old, I would have been calling the cops. Stat. I would have been like, 911. So my husband just went out of state with my 4 kids. I'm going to need him to come back. Oh, man, we can't do anything about that. Does he have custody of the kids? No. Yeah, no, maybe so. I don't know, but he just killed a 4-year-old 2 days ago and buried her body. So we need to get my kids back. If she really witnessed him kill the kids, kill Athena, and then he left without her permission, she didn't seem like she was stressed about it. I mean, you guys tell me. Let's look at her social media and her TikToks and all of that. She didn't seem stressed. It didn't seem like he took the kids without. If he left with the kids, she obviously didn't care because she was living her best life. Yeah. I mean, let's look, you guys. I mean, she wasn't upset that he was gone with the kids. Mind you, she left Adina there alone so she could go to the city to be with her boyfriend. She left a 5-year-old home alone. We don't even know how long. What we do know is that Adina was found on January 10th. January 10th, Adina was found. She said, I'm scared. I'm tired of being, she said, I'm tired of being alone. I'm looking for my sister. Like, this is all the things she told law enforcement that they noted. I'm looking for my sister. I've been home alone. I'm tired of being home alone and I'm hungry. Those are some of the things she told them. So mind you, this was January 10th. We know Alysia was in the city on the 7th and the 8th. More than likely, she hadn't been home since then. More than likely, she left on the 6th or on the early morning hours of the 7th, went to the city to stay in a hotel so she could see her boyfriend, knowing that she left Adina at that house with no one there. So I don't know. I just feel like if she would leave Adina there, she clearly didn't care about the kids. Do we know for sure she was the one that left Adina? I thought he did. Well, she said he did. So she said that he left the kids. But from my understanding, he left at some point earlier. So I think what I've heard that he left. Okay, so on like the 6th, I think I heard that he left around the 6th because that was around the time that she told him that she wanted a divorce. When she told him, like a week after the night they went to the murder mystery, it was like almost a week after that. She told him she wanted a divorce, and he got the kids and left. Now, whether or not somebody had already killed Athena, that's possible. Okay, so let's look at Miss Keeping Up with Alio's Instagram account and see if she looks like she's fretting, that her murderous husband has left with their 4 children. No, he had their biological kids and took them to Arizona to her dad's house. That's where he went. He went to take their biological kids to her father's house. Allegedly, because, so she was raised by her dad, and her mom did not raise her due to an addiction problem for several years when Alysia was growing up. Now, her mom has been sober for like the past 10 or 12 years, and they've had a pretty good relationship. But from my understanding, Alysia and Ivon were closest with Alysia's dad. So I think he lied to the police officers when they said, well, where's Athena and Adina? And he said, oh, I left them with their grandparents. Well, clearly that wasn't the case. Now, and that's another thing that makes me feel like he did it because he lied about. I mean, if he had just left them there and was gone because she told him she was cheating, he would have said, I don't know, they're with Alysia. That's where I left them. You know, um, we don't know how much time she's getting. Her bond is $500,000. Um, people don't believe that she'll serve that. Okay, so this one was. I know good men still exist because I'm lucky enough to have one. January 10th. This is the day that Adina was found outside roaming around by the road. You know? So January 10th, the day that little Adina was. I know good men still exist because I'm lucky enough to have one. Get you somebody that move different out of respect for you. This was January 9th. Here she is, January 6th, with her new man in the city. Here she is again with him. January 6th. Here she is again. January 6th. Driving on her way up to the city. I guess. I'm speculating there. January 5th. Wait, is that his jacket? Is that the boyfriend's jacket? Let me see. Because then that would mean that she may have been with the boyfriend for a little bit longer. Let's see if that's his jacket. That is his jacket. That's his jacket. So January 5th, she was with him. I don't know what that means, Nat. I don't know. Adina was 5. Athena was 4. Adina was 5. So here he is on the 6th. Here he is on the 6th. Now look at this. That's his jacket. So this is January 5th. You never know how hard someone had it before they become soft. You never know the ugliness they had to go through to have such a beautiful heart. Sometimes we learn grace from the worst times in our lives, and that's what's saved us. That was January 4th. I mean, you feel saved? Do not choose less because less is easy. Do not run for more because more is difficult. Do not settle for how it is simply because you are afraid to see how it may end up. Do not fear. You are more than ready for anything. January 4th. I mean, she's just living her best life. She don't seem like she's upset. One thing I realized is that everything. This is January 3rd. January 3rd. One thing I realized that everything always ends up working out. Sometimes even better than you can imagine. Mind you, this is 9 days after she allegedly witnessed her husband beat Athena to death. One thing I realized is that everything always ends up working out, sometimes even better than you can imagine. Remember this when you feel like you're in a hard place and you feel like you're being challenged the most. Believe in where you're headed. See the bigger picture. So, wait, is she telling me that life without Athena is even better than it was with Athena? Is that what she's saying in this post? I don't know. I mean, wish I could drop my body off at the gym and pick it up when it's ready, January 3rd. January 3rd. When you start to love yourself, everything else will fall into place. Look at this. She's smiling. Living life like everything's normal. She's happy. When you see me with everything I deserve, just know I waited my turn. January 2nd. Here she is again. Super happy. January 2nd. Work on you for you. January 2nd. 2022 was hell of a year, so ready to make 2023 mine. January 1st. So, I don't know. She don't look upset. You know, she don't look like she's like, oh my God, my husband that just killed a baby that calls me mom took off with my kids. You know, oh my God, this murderous man has my children. You know, yes, there are reports that she was a good mom. Now here's the thing: there were reports that she's a good mom, but everybody that I talked to has said if they were going to think anybody would have done it, it would have been her. That she cheated on Ivon a lot. That she was manipulative. The lady that I spoke to said like when she would be on the phone with Allie, that Allie was like kind of demanding, could be kind of mean. Um, Now I was watching her TikToks and I did notice some bruises on her, which had me thinking, where'd that come from? Which we all get bruises. I mean, so I've had bruises that look like I've been just beat the hell up. You know what I'm saying? No, the biological parents have not been arrested. They are working with law enforcement officers. They are working with law enforcement officers. They have not. They're no. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about, you know, I heard that she got beat up. I couldn't get confirmation on that. Um, I did see other people saying, like, yeah, I have family, like, I have so and so in that jail, and she did get beat up, but I can't get anything solid confirmation. So, all right, let's see. Where's the one where she's got that bruise on her arm? Here it is. You guys see it? That picture on the part, it says, here y'all go underneath it. She's got her arm extended out like this. She's got a bruise on this side and under here, on like almost somebody like grabbed her, like that. You know, like somebody grabbed her. What do y'all hear? Huh? I don't know what y'all could hear. Oh. When I first got on TikTok, it was a video up showing how they take apart iPhones, and it had this drill thing taking like this slither of something out from underneath the battery so it could pop the battery up. That's what you guys are. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see. You guys look at her arm. You guys see the bruise? Now, was she see it? Lift up, another bruise. So, you know, so you can see the bruise on both sides of her arm. And I don't know, like I said, I've had bruises before where it looks like I've been somebody punched my legs or something, you know what I'm saying? Or punched me on the side of the arm. So it could have been, I mean, how do you get a bruise on both sides like that though? I mean, I've had a pretty bad bruise, like just on one side, but not on both sides. Yeah, her eyebrows are kind of thick. Hold on. So to me, it does kind of like somebody grabbed her arm. Um, so the date on this one is, let me see, November 9th, 2021. She thinks she's cute. See it underneath there? I mean, I went through. Now, this was before she had Bladen. This was before she was dating Bladen. Now, there's reports out there, and everybody that I talked to says she's cheated on Ivon a lot of times. That's what I heard. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, all her TikToks, she thinks she's cute. Oftentimes she'll wink it, like she'll do a little dance, get close to the camera, and then do like a little, like she's cute, you know.
That bitch got hands. I'm not saying like this beat my ass, but that bitch got hands.
That was that real popular one everybody was doing. It's kind of funny when she does it by herself. I mean, with no music. I watched this one where she did like a tiny guitar. She was like do 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 do, and then one time where she like put her thumb up like she was about to drink her thumb. This one's kind of funny. We've already at 43 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get off here in a second. I gotta take my son to basketball practice too. But girl, I am Sean. There was one specifically, and she would do videos at a grave, and somebody that said they were close, said that that was like a family member of a family member of hers that she wasn't even close with until he died. Would you say she was the last one with Adina because she got two counts of child neglect, and Ivon got one count of child neglect too because they were both supposed to be taking care of her, so they both got child neglect charges. There's two that I thought was like pretty funny. This one's pretty funny. Yes, that is all she's been charged with, but they are saying that more charges should be added on there. Right now? Okay. You want to get there early? Go wipe your face off. In the bathroom. Yes, now. And we'll go. Okay, guys. My son wants to go ahead and go to practice. We'll be a little bit early, but he wants to go early. So we're gonna go. But I wanted to let you guys know that they have confirmed that the remains found on the property where they used to live, the property where they used to live, they were. I want to say they were renting. I was gonna say they were renting a house on that property, but they weren't renting. And when the owners tried to make them rent, they moved. Um, so they lived there for a couple of years, and then they moved. But that's where the body was found on that property. It's a large land behind the house, and that's where the baby was found. So hopefully, once we get more information, we'll know exactly how little Athena's life was taken, and I expect that more charges will be added on for Alysia Adams. We'll see more charges. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go to practice. I will come back tonight, and we're going to talk about Brian Kohlberger's attorney dropping Xana's mom as a client. So I think we're going to try to do that. If I have to cancel, I'm kind of tired, but I'll try to get back to that tonight because I do want to talk about that. I have thoughts. So you guys give this video a thumbs up. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I knew it was coming. I just knew that was her. It had to be her. But pray for Adina. Adina is going to be going through it. They were joined at the hip, is what family members are saying. That Adina and Athena were always together. So I can't even imagine what Adina is going through. She is with a family member. So pray for Adina. Pray for the families. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.